Hi there, and welcome to a video about our new tool, Shopware Analytics. First things first, we have to have the extension purchased and installed. Purchase is only used as a technical term here. It doesn't actually cost anything. It must still be purchased in order to be able to install it. In my test shop here, that already happened. If we go to Extensions, My Extensions, we can see as much. If it wasn't installed yet, right about here would be a blue button offering me the option to install it. After installing, we activate the extension as usual with the blue switch here. At this point, we should refresh the admin panel by pressing F5 to see the changes. And done. While not immediately evident in our dashboard menu, we now have an option called Analytics. Clicking that, we get into a new area. Right, plenty of graphs without data so far. That'll change momentarily. Up here, we see that we're now in the Analytics menu, and this little badge right here is supposed to tell us that this feature is in beta state right now. That means it's all prone to change and still being developed. But back to our graphs. They're empty because nothing happened during that time frame in our shop. All the business happened back in May. So let's click here and select a more appropriate time frame. Here on the left side, we could select the commonly used options like today, yesterday, last 3 months, and so forth. But we can also specify our own time frame as well. We'll select May here, then select the 1st, and pick the 31st as the end date for our analysis. Afterwards, we just click Apply. Lovely, we can see a bunch of graphs now, and they have data. We can further apply filters to this if we click the button up here, which resembles a filter. As of now, we can further filter by sales channel, country, or customer group, or any combination thereof. The first graph on the upper left shows us our total sales. Basically, our accumulated turnover within the selected time frame. The x-axis has the days or the time factor, while the y-axis has the sums. We don't have to squint though. We can hover over any point with our cursor and receive the appropriate values. One thing worth noting is that with the 3-button menu right here, we have the option to export this graph as a CSV file. That export functionality works for every single one of the following graphs. To the right, we have a graph concerning orders. Much like the previous graph, the x-axis covers the time frame, while the y-axis covers the amount of orders placed. This enables us to immediately see that we had a peak right here of 8 orders on the 11th of May. Fantastic! Scrolling down a little, we come to the next graph, the average order value. Thanks to that graph, we can see that on the 8th of May, for example, the average order placed with us was worth roughly 76,000 euros. The graph to the right of that gives us a nice breakdown of the payment methods used in those orders. And because those 3 can't reach anywhere close to 100%, we find out that clicking here allows us to see more. The final 2 graphs deal with customer numbers. The left one shows us the grand total of registered customers in our shop. We can see that on 1st of May, we had 10,186 registered customers, while on May 31st, the number rose to 10,505. From that, we can surmise that we had a grand total of 333 registered new customers. Although, to be honest, I may have cheated a bit. The graph to the right here tells us exactly how many customers registered during that time. Again, we can hover over any point in that graph and find out the specific numbers for that specific point in time. And finally, at the very bottom, we are told that there's more to come. As initially mentioned, this is a beta feature and not yet complete, as it'll be expanded over time. If you happen to have any feedback or wishes, I wholeheartedly invite you to click the link down here and leave it with us. That way, you can help us make Shopware Analytics better for you. And that about covers what Shopware Analytics offers right now. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.